My name is Curtis Thompson. I work with Best Buy, and the application that we built is Gift Tag, which is a social wish list gift registry application, something that works anywhere.
And can you tell us about the decision you made in building the application?
Sure. We had developed kind of a prototype of the application in Drupal, and we were hitting some point where we were going to possibly be deployed out on bestbuy.com or have some integration there. And we worried about the performance of it. Plus, we were not really able to make the quick changes that we wanted to with Drupal. So kind of looked around and I developed in Python for quite a while and really liked Python, and then Google App Engine came out, and it just seemed like a perfect fit for what we wanted to do. So we took a look at it and decided that, yeah, let's do it. Let's write our application, rewrite our application on App Engine.
And during your development of this application, what were some of the obstacles that you came across?
So you kind of have to think differently about how you're building an application with App Engine, especially Bigtable. There are some different ways of looking at it. One of our big problems is looking at App Engine and Bigtable as a relational database. I mean, it's hard to take off those blinders and look at Bigtable in a different manner. That was kind of an obstacle to us. We made some poor design decisions up front based on that. It didn't hurt us in the long run. We were able to go back and fix it, but things like the list properties were really helpful for doing things like tagging, and we didn't really quite get that up front. Also, you have to think a little more creatively, I think, with App Engine, because there are limitations with it. So you have to think about, how am I going to work around these limitations? The fun thing is you work around these limitations through programming, which we like to do. It's not trying to configure Apache or trying to scale MySQL or whatever. It's kind of the problems we want to solve anyway.
So it looks like you spent most of your time in development rather than thinking about deployment.
Right. I mean, that's the huge thing. Deployment is so easy. It's the way that deployment should be done. From a developer standpoint, it's awesome. And I can go back and say, for us rewriting this Drupal application in App Engine, it took a few of us about 10 weeks to rewrite our application on App Engine and migrate all of our data from a MySQL database onto Bigtable. So it was quick. It was really quick for us to do it. And a lot of it, too, was being able to do quick deployments. And we didn't need to have anybody that had to fiddle with the infrastructure. That's huge. That's stuff that I don't like doing, and none of us really likes to do. So it was a big win for us.
So for like a beginner App Engine who's thinking about deploying this App Engine, what advice would you give in the design planning process?
Yeah, I think probably just understand Bigtable and understand how the indexing works, know how to model your data was a big thing. The other thing I tell people, not really related to deployment, but I like to think of like App Engine as your web front end, and it shouldn't be the hammer in your solution. It should be one piece in your toolbox. And as Google rolls out additional services, that hammer or that piece of App Engine becomes more powerful and it can do more things. But it shouldn't be the only piece in your puzzle. For some applications like us, we didn't really need to rely on anything external for it. But for some applications, you may need to.
And do you plan on using the Java?
No, I don't really think that we are. Right now, I think where Python's sweet spot is the ability to do a lot of like web development stuff really quickly. It seems like, at least from what I've seen, the Python version of App Engine leads the Java. Obviously, it was released earlier, but it also seems a lot simpler. And for me, there's less plumbing that you need to do. And I think for a lot of people, if they're willing to take a day or two to learn the Python APIs, learn the language, they'd end up liking that better. We had on our team a guy that did Java development and loved Java. He came on and learned Python, and after he got done with this, he was like, I am never going back to Java to do any sort of web development. It was a pretty powerful statement because he was a huge Java advocate. But for us, we're not saying, at least I'm not saying that I'm not going to do any of the Java stuff, but I don't see a big need to. I think that the Python version of App Engine is really well suited for what modern web applications are really good at.
And finally, are there any interesting stories that you'd like to share about development in App Engine?
Any good or bad stories? Well, I think for us, it's just been a huge win for us. It's been really exciting. And one of the things that I think is that App Engine, once you start understanding what it is, you understand that small is big, and that writing little applications that do one little thing really well and can scale up is kind of the future of the web, at least in my opinion of it. It really opened up a lot of possibilities to think about, maybe my application isn't one big application, maybe it's a whole bunch of small little applications, and we can tie it together, we can glue it together with App Engine being the primary piece. I think our testament is that we were able to take an existing application, rewrite it really quickly in 10 weeks, and have it scale up, and have it be really fun to do in the whole process was really exciting for us. It kind of meant that we stopped looking at a lot of other frameworks and deployment options. We didn't say that we're not going to do it, it just changed our perspective on things. So I guess that's our story on it. It's been really helpful for us to be able to roll out applications quickly. It becomes a piece in almost everything now that we're kind of looking at doing for our group.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of it.
Thanks.